Unmute. I can't unmute you, Andy. You got to unmute yourself if you can.
If you like.
Totally your call, bro. There he is.
Unmuted.
He's back.
He is back.
Please listen to the rich timbre of my mellifluous voice.
Jesus Christ.
I don't know who that is.
You don't know who Rich Timber is?
Rich
Yeah, I went to high
Timber?
school with him.
Nope.
Oh, yeah, let's go.
Hell yeah, Rich.
He had a sick-ass treehouse as a kid, too.
Oh.
Really?
Did he blow you in there?
Yeah.
What the fuck?
You don't kiss and tell in the treehouse, Kevin.
Oh.
Oh, and I know.
All right. Since we got a minute, I'm going to test it again and turn his echo off. Damn it. I
Ticka, 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 ticka.
Dun, dun, oh, that's a ring.
Tat, tat, tat.
Ticka, ticka, ticka.
Ow. Have you done a full episode replacing Jose, Andy?
No.
Ooh.
Like you've been,
There
you've been
you
on
are.
a full episode. I just don't think. Yeah, I was trying to think about that. Like,
No, I did the thing at the beach house, if that counts.
that was another time.
And then I've come on like at the end of the Christmas episode or whatever, but no, I've never done a full episode.
Oh, buddy.
Well, shit, you're getting a full fucking 7 and that.
It's my debut.
Full 7,
My
baby.
official debut.
Yeah, Jose
All right.
rarely makes a full 7.
Hey guys, join me in the closet. It's 7 minutes in heaven.
Welcome, everybody. This is 7 Minutes in Heaven. This is our sports segment, our sports episode. We're going to talk about sports for like 7 minutes, maybe a little bit longer. More than likely, very long, because we have more people that know sports on our show. I'm going to introduce you in just a second. Let me go over the episode so these guys don't throw a fit like they did last time. We're going to do an opening. We're going to talk about Major League Baseball, not too much because their team sucks and my team's awesome, so they don't want to talk about it. We're going to talk about the NFL. It's starting back up, baby. Get excited. I have a semi just traveling around the world right now. But anyways, we're also going to talk about FSU as well. Apparently there's something going on with basketball, ? I don't know. And then we're just going to end the episode, and everybody's going to go home happy and, more knowledgeable on how we feel on sports. With that being said, I'm going to introduce the crew that's here tonight. They're super excited to be here. Half of them look like they got like 2 hours of sleep yesterday. Some of them are acting like a little baby, like they got 2 hours of sleep last night. But we got Andy here. What's up, Andy?
What's up? You said a semi. Is that a truck or half an erection?
Your choice.
All right.
If I'm walking around with a truck, you'll find out real quick. Andy's taking over for Jose, who's on a sabbatical.
Yes, PTO was approved, though. PTO was approved.
Was it?
By-
Chris, did you approve that?
Oh,
Did you?
it was.
By the local government, a.k.a. the mayor.
Oh.
Oh.
Over my head. Nothing I can do. Nothing I can do about that.
We also have Chris here. Chris is here. White tank, white hat. Let's go.
White, all white. Let's go. Come now.
Can't say that. Can't say that. We're on a list now.
It's a
I don't
white
think
out
so.
Miami Heat do it. Why can't we do it?
There, why can't Chris do it?
They have diversity. Right now, we have zero diversity on this podcast.
Yeah,
right
we
now.
need Jose back. Bring Jose
It's
back.
so bad. It's so bad.
It sounds like an old ship. Anyways, we got Chase here as well. Welcome in, Chaser.
Yo, thank you for having me, Kev. Thank you.
Oh, you're very welcome, Chase, back from his 4th vacation in a row.
I think
I
I've
don't
only
know.
missed 2 episodes all year. Thank you.
I mean,
sir.
how many vacations do you... Of course, again, well, hold on. Let me introduce Jason so he can talk because he's biting at the bit here. nipping at the. He's
Chomping?
Chomping at
He's
the
got
bit.
nipples.
Yeah, there
He's
you
got
go.
nipples. Jason, tell me about your nipples.
They're pretty good. I mean, I'm not as happy as I want to be with them, but I feel like they're moving in the right direction.
How are your nipples? Pretty good.
Yeah, what makes them pretty good nipples?
So two things, really, honestly. One thing is the hair around the nipples. Sometimes they can get too long or too short. I think right now it's at a good length, so they're great. And then sometimes, you know how you have cold nipples and then like normal room temperature nipples, and sometimes those nipples look huge and fat. And sometimes when they're cold, they're way too sharp and they're like kind of poke an eye out kind of thing. I'm kind of right there in the middle, so that's why I feel like I'm okay with them right now.
So
So
shouldn't
not
it be
too-
great
In a
nipples
good place.
Yeah, not too doughy, not too diamond cutter. Right in the middle.
Right in the middle,
Never-
right?
you mean
You've
it's
guys
so
seen me.
Joey.
I think it's
Joey
either
nipples.
Mayor or it's Kevin. One of the two. If ever my nipples are hard and you guys see it, you always go for the pinch, and that shit pisses me off. It pisses me off almost as much as when like a little kid squirts you in the face when you tell them don't squirt me in the face, and they do it, and you just want to fucking hit them right in the face. Like that's the kind of anger it makes me. So I feel like one of
That's
you
definitely
do
a you thing.
pinch.
Yeah, that's a weird
What?
analogy.
You've never wanted to punch a kid for squirting you in the face repeatedly when you tell them not to?
Of course. I want to punch
I mean,
kids
yeah.
all the time.
They listen when I say not to squirt me in the face, so I don't have that.
Well, they don't
issue.
listen to me, so you don't understand, Chase. So you're not a part of this. So at least Kevin made me feel at least somewhat okay until he made it to make it sound like he wants to beat the shit out of everybody.
He does.
Who doesn't?
Absolutely.
Yeah. So, guys, since we're doing sports today, get excited. We got an opening item for sports.
Bro, if you can stop with the cringe fucking voice, that'd be awesome.
Open it.
Excuse me, do you know how much a polar bear weighs?
No, how much?
Enough to break the ice. Hi, Fred Searing. How are you?
All right, Mayor, real quick. What's the first thing you thought about when you saw that video?
Chris,
Andy.
no, all I wanted to hear was Chris do it. Say it.
How much?
There it is.
Doesn't
Hey,
start.
that counts. That counts.
No,
Pavlov
what did
dog.
you notice from the video? You got to give us something.
I noticed how young Jason Sudeikis looks, just compared to a lot of the roles. I know you're asking about the specific movie, but
No,
That's-
no, we're
no,
not.
The
That's
scene.
the
Just the
opposite
scene.
of
he
what
looks
we're
like a
doing.
baby. He looks like a baby.
He does. He does.
We have a opening item. It's what the fuck is the Canadian Football League doing? This is a huge question in sports, guys. We need to know.
No, because I came across because it's the
you need to
stupidest
know.
fucking rule I've ever seen. The rule is that if they miss a field goal and it goes through the back of the end zone, it's a point. So if the game is tied, you kick a field goal, you miss it, but it goes through the back of the end zone.
Slow
You
down.
can win the game.
Holy shit! What? You miss
I
a
understand
field
what you're
goal,
saying,
it goes
Chris.
through the
I didn't
back
think
of the
a
end
missed
zone.
field goal that goes through the back of the end zone is a point in the CFL.
A missed
so if the
field
game-
goal that goes
yes.
through the back
It's-
of the end zone.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yes,
like into
it's
the
essentially like
stands.
a-
Into the stands.
Yeah, if it
So
just
you
goes
don't
back,
even you don't have to make a field goal. You just have
Correct.
to kick it through the end zone.
right, kick it through the end zone,
And
you get a point. Yeah, because I saw a clip of a game was tied. The guy missed the field goal and it went all the way through the end zone, but not through the upright, and they won the game. I was like, that's the most fucked up
You
rule.
can completely shank it. So you're guaranteed to fucking.
I don't know if
get a
shank it, but
point.
you have to kick it like I guess through the back of the end zone, like it. If
Why
it
do you
misses
keep
the
on
uprights,
saying the end zone is giant? I don't understand why you keep on saying the end zone.
What,
I mean, I
what
don't
do
think if you
not
shank it
understand?
to like the right side of the stadium, it's not going to count. But if you kick it straight through the end zone, it goes wide right past the goalpost, it goes through the back of the end zone, it counts as a point. Not if you kick it right straight to your left and it goes all the way 30 rows up. That's not going to count.
In Canadian Football League, a 1-point score called a rogue is awarded to the kicking team if a punt or missed field goal attempt goes into the opponent's end zone and is not advanced out of it by the receiving team. This can
Did you
also
say
occur if
punt?
the ball. Yes,
Yeah.
I
You
did.
get a
Yeah, I
point
didn't
for
see-
a punt too.
I didn't
This
see
can-
punt on the
hold
clip.
on.
yeah.
This can also occur if the ball is kicked out of the end zone after being touched or goes out of the end zone without being touched. Essentially, the kicking team gets a point if the receiving team fails to bring the ball out of their own end zone, which is kind of not unlike. I mean, it is unlike, but like, you know, if you don't, if the receiving team on a kickoff doesn't pick the ball up, it's a live ball. So I guess it's a variation of that, right?
So just to be clear on that rule too, they only get 1 point if they make a field goal though, right? They don't get 2 points or anything like that. Is that clear?
I believe it's standard with the NFL. It's 3
I think
points.
it's like a 3 for a field goal. Yeah.
Oh, 3 for a field goal. I'm sorry, I was thinking of a PAT the whole time.
Oh yeah,
okay. So I'm not against it. I mean, you get 1 point. I'm not against it. I like it. I like it more on the punt side.
There's a clarification there though. The mention was that if it went out of the end zone, I think it's a dead ball at that point. What they're talking about is if you miss the field goal and it lands in the end zone and the other team doesn't advance it, the kicking team gets a point. I believe that's the way the rule is written. Maybe I'm
shit! Their fucking end zones are like 30 yards. Dude, what the? They're like big ass end zones. Am I wrong?
They're a little bigger, if I'm not mistaken. It's kind of entertaining if you ever get a chance to watch the CFL.
It's like
I've never watched.
15 to 20 yards bigger than.
Isn't CFL also 3 downs, not 4?
Bro,
Couldn't tell you.
I'm pretty sure.
I think it's 4 downs, but they have that weird rule where you can it's not an onside punt. I'm giving myself content, I suppose. Excuse me, I'm giving Jose content, but you can punt the ball and then recover it if it.
Yeah. I've seen that before. It's wild. They
it's
throw
really
it out
tricky.
to a wide receiver out at the edge, and he just barely taps the ball over the line of scrimmage and jumps on it, and they get possession back. It's crazy.
Yeah.
It's wild.
And then obviously they've got the player that can go in motion perpendicular to the line of scrimmage, which you can't do in the NFL.
Yeah.
The end zone is 20 yards. Our end zone is 10 yards, so it's an extra 10 yards.
10 yards.
Are you not American? I'm sorry. Are we gonna do this shit again?
I'm not saying anything, man. You're so angry tonight, man.
I mean,
Jason's been calm, and you're just
Classic
angry.
In America, we measure.
We measure. I'm
They get an extra play on the field. It's like so much longer. You can lateral. Unlimited.
You can lateral in
motion.
the NFL too.
I'm just skimming.
I'm good with the punt. I think honestly, Kevin, think about the times that we've always had a kicker that had a fucking leg. We get to the 50 or 60 yard line, and we're like, all right, do we go for it or do we go for a first down or we go for the field goal? Fuck it, hey, let's get a point. It's guaranteed. Just hit the shit out of that, Crosby. You know what I mean? Get a point out of the punt. And I'm assuming if you get a point on the punt, it's a kickoff. After
there have been so many years where the best player on the Jaguars has been the fucking punter. So yeah,
sad but true.
Super Bowl, baby.
Sad
Super
but
Bowl.
I mean, yeah, that would change everything for us.
Yeah.
Brian Anger MVP.
Yeah, I'm not against the rule. Even on the field goal side of it, I'm not against it.
It's just the fucking. Sorry to interrupt you, but the fucking the uprights are as soon as you get in the end zone, not at the back of the end zone either.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I saw that.
Chase, you're shaking your head. You hate it, and if you hate it, tell me why. And it cannot be just because of the traditional side of NFL. There's got to be
I don't necessarily hate it. I'm still a little confused as to what concept, specifically with the punt. You're saying just if you punt into the end zone and they don't advance it out, you get a point. So that's what it is.
They don't do anything. It just bounces in the end zone. It's like, oh, we get a point because they didn't.
But if it goes
do
to the
anything
back
with
of the end zone, you don't get a point. I don't understand the exact way you get a point.
So it can occur if the other team touches the ball first and then it goes out of the end zone, it's a point. Let's see. Yeah, that's what it is. If the other team doesn't advance it, and I don't know if you have to get possession of the ball. That's the one thing. I think that's what you're asking. Is how do you get the point?
And as far as kicking, you just have to kick it out of the back of the end zone. That's it. On a field goal.
No. So imagine the kick six in college football, Alabama, Auburn. That ball did not go out of the back of the end zone.
Right.
It was still technically a live ball because you can recover it, but I believe in the NFL, if that ball had landed and no one had caught it, it would just be dead, correct?
And unless the receiving team touches it.
This is too fucking weird.
Yeah. So
has this always been like this? It's so weird.
Yeah.
Probably.
That's fucking weird. I mean, I'm down for new things, but mainly I try to just want to stick with that.
Basically, if you want to avoid the point being docked to the kicking team, get the ball and advance it. Period. That's it.
Yeah.
And then the other team doesn't get the point. So you need.
I like it.
I guess it forces them to field someone, back, and perhaps it gives them an advantage. Maybe that's the purpose. It gives the other team, the kicking team, an advantage to run a fake or, encourages trick plays or whatever. I don't know.
But for one more clarity, just to make sure though, so I agree with that. That makes total sense on the reasoning behind when they're forcing it or doing that. But I can't remember what you clarified with Chase's thing. If they do hit it and this guy fucking just hits the shit out of it and doesn't give them an opportunity at all to take it because it goes into the stands, like, do they still get the point?
No, the other team has to touch the ball and then it has to go out of the end zone. If they try to go for a field goal, they miss and it just goes out of the back of the end zone without touching anything. I believe it's just a missed field goal and a change of possession. That's my understanding reading this.
My understanding is Chris fucked this all up. So
God damn it, Chris.
I literally saw a missed field goal. They get a point. I'm like, that's fucking ridiculous to get a point for missing a field goal.
It is.
That's stupid.
I got nothing. But the good news is, like Kevin said, is we got our baseball, as in American baseball, coming up right now, not world baseball.
Hey,
American
it went off
baseball.
on TikTok. TikTok was blowing up on that fucking thing.
What were they saying?
Hold on, I'll pull it up right now. I mean, they were like,
You pull it up. I'm gonna get the intro going. For
You don't
Major League
fucking
Baseball.
get it.
Oh, that's the wrong one. My bad, guys. My bad.
He doesn't want to swing!
MLB.
At first glance, though, Kev, like if you looked at it and just overarching, where did most of TikTok land on that argument? Were they on your side or ours?
Yeah, for sure.
I can't tell if he's serious.
I didn't hear what you said.
I want to know whose side were they on.
I just said
I was telling Chase.
Oh, okay.
He was asking. Calm down, bro. Chill the fuck out. Take a
Easy,
breath.
easy.
Take a breath. I see it happening, bro.
There it goes. Just come on.
relax. Okay,
And
go
go.
now.
The first guy says, because the argument obviously was, are we the MLB champs or just U.S. winners? This guy says, they do have that, and Japan won it all. And I was like, they have MLB All-Stars versus Japan? That does not exist. And he didn't reply because he's got fucking owns. That's why.
He's just like, I must leave that one alone.
The other guy said Team USA would get smoked by the Dominican Republic if everyone played. And then somebody immediately said, you're missing the point. All those Dominican players play in the MLB. The winner of the World Series every year is undoubtedly the best team in the world.
Okay, so in no situation here did anybody give context to their argument here. They just basically said the same regurgitated bullshit that you said.
I don't think it's regurgitated bullshit.
It is. There's no context to what they said.
What do you mean? The context is they're commenting on this clip that we sent.
I understand they're commenting, but the one guy that just said it was like, we played the world. Like, I don't know. But go, Chase. Shoot it for it. Because
Well, I was just going to say baseball of all sports to me is the one where it's most in doubt. Like football, to me, the Super Bowl champ is the world champ. There's no other football league in my mind that would stand a chance against whatever team wins the Super Bowl. I would tend to say that. I would tend to say that with I get it's hypothetical. I'm just saying in terms of like all the sports, baseball is one of the closest to me because the Japanese baseball league actually is really good.
Yes.
So let's go back because this is kind of turns into a different debate.
Back to it.
But I want to just go back to I don't want to go back to the original. I want to go back to this debate because it's a new one and we don't have to rehash. If you guys are curious, go back to fucking last week's episode and listen to 7 Minutes in Heaven. You'll see where we're going with this. But Chase, now you're bringing a different debate in this and saying that we're going to throw in hypotheticals and saying if we grab the Major League Baseball, we grab hockey, we grab football, and we just say hypothetically if they did play other countries, you're saying that baseball would be the closest to us losing.
I think so.
Or more
I think
competitive.
I think the Japanese baseball league is actually very, very good. I don't think they're quite on the MLB level, but like I do think the Japanese baseball league is really fucking good. So if like all sports, baseball to me would be the one that like if we took the World Series champion, say the Cubs, we'll toss the Cubs out there. It sure ain't going to be the fucking Braves. So say the Cubs win the World Series this year, and whatever team wins the Japanese baseball league.
And it's done.
There it is. There it is. R.I.P.
Remember this day, and it's done.
That's why Kev was like, shut the fuck up, shut the fuck up. Take the name out of the mouth.
Shut up.
But say we matched up the Cubs against the Japanese baseball champion and played a 7-game series. I could see the Japanese baseball team winning a 7-game series,
Not
especially
hockey?
in a sport like baseball, and especially in a sport like baseball where like there's crazy 1 game off. Like it's not like football where the best team typically wins.
Not hockey, though.
But we're not.
I don't know enough about other hockey leagues.
Okay.
Bueller. This is not the argument, but I see what you're saying.
I understand. Yeah.
I stated that literally 2 seconds ago. So we're changing it to a different argument, and he's challenging you because, in your words,
Challenging me? No,
he is challenging you
It's not,
because
that's not the fucking argument.
No, stop, because you said Kevin, at the end of the argument, what did you just say?
Because cancellation turn on here.
Yeah. Actually, that specific clip that we pulled and put it on TikTok, at the end of that, I said, if we win, you were like, there's no if! There's no if! So that is part of the argument.
Is
you
no
made
if,
it
Jason. I'm sticking by it because that's not what we're fucking talking about. We're talking
now
about,
we are.
Oh my God! But now we are. But that's not the arguments. That's not That's not a challenge to my argument. This is a new argument.
What is your argument, Kevin?
My argument is the MLB is the collection of the best baseball players in the world. Therefore, if you get an all-star team of the Major League Baseball, no other team in the world will challenge that. I don't care if it's the Japanese all-stars, all of the world all-stars. It doesn't fucking matter. We're going to win.
Do you think it would be a sweep? A 7-game series, you think it'd be a sweep?
I don't know. I mean, shit happens.
Oh, now he's toned down. Got it.
We're not going to lose.
So it is going to be a sweep then. Oh.
So that is the argument. I don't like.
No, you're saying
it's a little different.
You're saying the Cubs, which is a whole different team. We're not the
it
best. The Cubs are not the best of the best.
You need
We're
to go
not
to
the best in
All-Star,
every
the
single
MLB, the MLB All-Star team versus the Japanese All-Star team.
All-Star team, yeah.
And
that is a different argument because go ahead, because Shohei Ohtani, for instance, would play on the MLB All-Star team. He wouldn't play on the Japanese All-Star team.
Correct, and I think that's the wrinkle that was missed last week because I wasn't going to. I wasn't
going to say anything
and correct it next week.
For a guy that corrects names for the past 5 years, like
me.
How many times did you correct us when we said that Braves player?
Which one?
I don't know,
the only one.
I didn't correct you once.
Oh my God!
Okay.
Y'all correct me on saying
the
what are you talking about?
You guys. This is and I don't really care, to be honest. I'm just trolling. But listening, you kept comparing club teams versus the World Cup, which is country team. But I would argue that the best club team in the world would beat the World Cup champion in soccer, because that is just that's a superior. Well, no, that's a superior level of talent made up of all like the best players from different countries.
If there was a proper tournament to determine who is the top World Cup club team.
That's crazy because I feel like there's a thing that we talked about last episode called the Olympics, and you basically compared the World Series.
That's also country.
No. I'm going back to fucking the many thousand holes of Kevin's argument. Tell me
the hole then, please. Go ahead.
But listen to that segment. Listen to the soundbite that you put out. And listen to what I said. I said if we win the World Series and then they play the other country, and if they won, they would be a World Series. And you said if it would have been even close. That was an argument of the World Series champion playing against another world company team. That was your argument. You said that, and then you doubled back, and then you were like, well, the Olympics are different because that's the best. Like, I don't mind that you stand on the argument that they're world champions. That's fine, but you're backing behind why the world has 1,000 holes in it, and you don't see that.
My
That's the
backing behind the world.
Your argument that they're world champions, and I'm saying they're not world champions. Then you say they're a collection of people all over the world that makes them world champions. Then you said that the world champions in baseball would play the best team, would play Japan or whatever we said. We said one country, and you said it. I basically said if they'd win, and you freaked out. You said there's no if, they would dominate. And I literally talked, and I literally said a country, which would not be a club team. And now you're going back and saying it would dominate a club team. I don't understand where you're like. That's the part that I'm completely.
Who said they would dominate a club team? What are you?
You.
What did I say? What did I say?
Go back to the segment, bro. You would go back and forth 1,000 times, man. My argument has literally.
Club team?
My argument has always been where it stood. Yours has been all over the place. And I still go back to the original. Let's just go back to your original fucking thing of just because you have a collection of players around the world does not make you a world champion. That is not the definition of a world champion because you collect players from all over the world. That's fucking weird.
Not just random players, Jason. The best in the world.
It doesn't matter, bro. That's crazy.
How does that not consider you a world champion? Who would be the world champion then?
That's the whole point. That's the whole point of my argument, though. Is if you call yourself the world champion, you have to play against other people, other worlds, other countries.
Do
no, you're playing against individual people from them. That's not the same thing, bro. It's not. I get it. There is some validity to that argument, but it's not the same thing. It is.
Would you say any sport has a true world champion outside of Olympics?
Honestly, I don't think so, but I'm not really good at understanding all the different clubs and all the different sports around the world.
Soccer would have the biggest argument, but even then, it's not the whole world.
European champion.
Yeah, that's European, and then they have the tournament where they have the European champion play against the South American champion, play against a couple other champions, but they don't
play the fucking players for those. Those are like
I agree.
Yeah,
I agree. I agree, and that's why I said
is amateur.
Baseball, what?
Baseball in the Olympics is amateur. Like it's not
right
like basketball. It's not like basketball where the pros are going, or soccer, and even soccer. Some of those guys will sit out.
Well, soccer they have like specific rules where I think you can only bring like a certain amount of pros, right, and the rest have to be like under a certain age.
The Olympics, I thought, you had to be a certain age.
Yeah, well, I think you get like 4 players that get exemptions, 4 or 5 players that can be any age, and then I think the rest of them have to be like under 21. It's some weird rules.
Yeah, the Olympics are like their own thing. It's hard to use that to compare like professional leagues. I mean, like, and really, I hate to make the argument that you'll just never come to an agreement, but you'll never know because they'll never play. You'll never have the World Cup team playing the winner, the club team of the UEFA Champions League. Yeah. Or
again, the sport to me that has the biggest argument would either be soccer or football, because I'm sorry, there's just no other, like, what league would rival the NFL in football? Like, I get that they're not technically the world champions because they didn't play it, but like, there's no league that's even close to the NFL.
Yeah, and I'm not saying that. Yeah, I agree with that. I agree with Kevin on that one as well. I'm just saying the labeling it as a world, I just think that is the most American thing that we do. And it's just like we call it the world, and it just doesn't feel right. That's all I'm saying. And I agree with you. Like it's very hard for anybody to call it that, but I just don't understand does any other country call it their world champion? Like when it comes to any other sport that I'm aware of? I don't know enough.
Great question.
I don't know.
Actually.
Jose will let you know next week.
Yeah, that I would like to know if is America the only arrogant like country that's calling everything world champions, or is it like you go to like Japan or like Japan
call them world champions?
What do you?
Who?
What?
What are you talking about?
The winner of the World Series. Yeah, I think that it's kind of just a thing we say. I don't think that it's like announced as the world champions.
I mean, the NFL
but
definitely
it is
the world.
It's literally called the World Series, though. The champion of the World Series, or the winner, excuse me.
It's a collection of people from around the world, so they can say that. You know, but I don't think I think they call themselves World Series champs. I don't think they say they're the world champions
of the world. Yeah.
Yeah.
Then don't call the United States the United States. Call them the world states, because we have people from all over the world and our country.
That if you like, yeah, sure.
It's just
you.
I just think there's a better argument to say why we're World Series that you're not giving me, Kevin, and I would love to hear that, like, from somebody outside of someone just be like, we have people from all over the world that are the best, and they come here and play the league, so we're the world champions. Like, that's just weird. That's just a weird argument to make.
I don't think it's weird at all. I think it's very justified, and I think you're weird for thinking it's weird.
Okay.
Well, I mean, Japan also has people from America go over there and play.
Yeah, and the Korean league too. And I don't disagree with Kevin. Jason's making a semantic.
Careful. That's not acceptable around these parts.
Jason's making the semantic argument of it's not the world. It's one league that has teams in the United States and Canada.
I think he's made that perfectly clear.
Yeah.
Yes, but I agree with Kevin. Like, if you were to line it up, I would be willing to bet a considerable amount of money that
sure
the MLB team would wipe the
and I don't think anybody on this podcast disagreed with that. I'm just saying that what Jose and I agreed upon is that it is the American way to call something that way, and it doesn't make any sense to call it a World Series. Like, I know it's semantics, but it's not necessary.
It's marketing. Would you not agree? It's good marketing because you're talking about it.
I mean,
they're not. They didn't make that up, so we're going to argue that the World Series. Calling it a World Series is obviously sexy as shit. I get that 100%. It's going to sound so much sexier than the United States Major League Baseball Series. Like, you know what I mean? That sounds shitty as fuck. So I get it. But at the same time, the argument wasn't, would this team beat another team from another country? That was never the argument. That is obviously, I would go across the board. I won't touch baseball because I think baseball, I agree with Chase. Baseball and probably hockey, even though I don't know shit about hockey, I just feel like somebody in Russia and Canada can throw a team together and might beat the shit out of a hockey team here. Like, you know what I mean? Like, just because it's not our number one sport. But I think football would be the number one sport that I am fully confident would beat the shit out of any team. And not even close. Like, it wouldn't even be close.
I would say baseball and basketball. It's hard to say basketball, but like just by college is a great example. But like, you can have a team that's much smaller and just shoots lights out, and you're not like they'll win.
One-off.
Yes. You know, if you baseball and basketball are less physical than hockey and football, and I'd probably say a little bit of soccer as well. And that's where the advantage comes in, where you've got bigger, faster players that are going to match up directly. Baseball, it's a little bit, there is skill, obviously, you've got to hit the ball, but there's a lot of chance involved with it too. And you've got to have guys that are going to be like, the ball makes funky turns in the outfield and all of that sort of thing. And obviously the element of just elite shooters in basketball kind of throws a wrinkle in there. But the other sports are super physical. And if you have an advantage on that, it's kind of like a boxing match. You know, if you're going up against someone that's twice as big as you, you're likely not going to win. And I don't know, but I can see Chase definitely wants to say moving right along.
Well, no, I was going to say at least 2028, I think, is when they're going to bring baseball back, right? In the Olympics? I'm pretty sure.
I believe you're correct.
In LA, too, right? I think Los Angeles has the Summer Olympics in 2028. So that's going to be fun. I mean, let's fucking save this argument and then come back and
put a pin in this and come back in 3 years.
Well, spinning off of that, who's excited about flag football on the?
Oh, careful. The argument is not gonna be answered in the Olympics.
Correct.
I just want to throw it out there, but
because that's not what Kevin was saying. He was saying it's the best players in baseball, not necessarily the countries.
Correct.
Yeah,
that's fucking crazy.
It is crazy that you don't understand that.
The best. I'm saying this right now. Will literally say they are the closest thing to being a world champion. I'm not arguing that that's not your argument, but I'm saying my argument is this is the best way of. This is the only person that should be labeled a world champion is in the Olympics in 2028. Whoever wins that are semantics or whatever the fuck you want to call it are world fucking champions. They deserve that title more than a World Series baseball, Major League Baseball. That's what I will make that argument, and I will die on that fucking hill.
You don't have to die anywhere.
Yeah,
you can die in your house if you want.
Would they just be Olympic champions?
Nope,
Careful.
World champions.
Oh, easy.
World champions. World champions.
They beat the best teams in the world.
They're
But-
playing against
They
the world.
didn't play the
Like-
Antarctica team. They didn't play that Antarctica team,
that's-
so I
that's a
don't
good
know.
point. Also,
Chase, give me the
not all
population of Antarctica.
7.
I feel like it's
not
got to be
all-
higher
not-
than
that's a
that.
good point.
More than
That is a
7.
good point. That not all the countries play in the Olympics. Not all of them necessarily qualify. So you're not, they're not all there in the tournament.
It's just like a playoff. Like, not every team makes the playoff. Doesn't mean that disqualifies them. Like, I understand what you're saying, but there's a qualifying, or they have an opportunity to qualify. If they don't qualify, they're not good enough. That's part of fucking
I
sports.
mean, Jamaica qualified for a bobsled once, so
Exactly. Anything could fucking happen. But
Just the
but
egg.
I wanted to go back to, and I don't think we need to talk fantasy studs and duds because Mayor is not part of that league. So fuck off, Kevin. But I wanted to ask Mayor one question he did bring up is not fantasy football, but flag football. I feel like
Careful.
Mayor knows a little
Easy.
bit more about the sport. Like, where are they pulling these athletes? Is
that's
there
a
any
great
rules against the NFL or the college? Like, how is that working?
You said who knows more about the sport?
I feel like the mayor probably knows a little bit more
Congrats,
about the
Andy. You're the
Thank
flag
you.
football-
Thank
Flag
you.
football
I
expert.
just want to thank my Lord and Savior, Trevor Lawrence.
oh
Go Trev.
well.
Go
No,
Trev.
the rules will let NFL players play. I do not know that the NFL will let NFL players play in an off-season flag tournament and risk injury that close to the
Off-field.
season. I would be real surprised, but I know that there are players that would absolutely love to play. It's fairly entertaining. Like, it's never going to replace NFL football or 11 on 11 or even Canadian, but that is an interesting argument. But probably not, because not all of the players go and play that, correct? Or it's not as
I don't
the
think so.
participation is not as high because it's in season.
What is the World Baseball
it's
Classic?
in season.
I don't know anything about
But
that.
still, a lot of people skip it because they don't want to risk injury and they don't want to, especially
It's-
pitchers.
It's every 2 years or 4.
I
Couldn't tell you.
What
I
is
mean,
the
if you're
classic?
A
What is it?
pitcher,
It's several countries put together teams and they go and play a round robin tournament, if I'm not mistaken.
I don't see why that would not classify as a better representation of the title, not of the world. I'm just saying of the title, world champions, that would better represent it. But I agree, Chase. If you're saying that not a lot of actual players play, then
I mean, a
maybe
lot.
not.
No, a lot of actual players do play, but still, a lot of the best players do skip it.
Gotcha.
Still, really, really good players tend to play in it, but it's not always the best of the best. Especially pitchers. I mean, do you really want to go and risk Tommy John surgery pitching in a tournament that technically doesn't really matter, like career-wise, money-wise?
Do you, Jason?
Well,
I mean, I don't know enough about baseball, but I would say out of anybody to risk it, I would say the pitchers would probably be the one waving versus other players. I mean, I feel like half of them probably won't hustle as much as they would, so they're saving themselves from injury and shit like that. But I think a pitcher, yeah, I mean, you throw the wrong ball the wrong way, you're fucking
Yep.
done. So yeah, That
USA
seems
is
crazy.
ranked number 3 in the world rankings right now. Just want to throw it out there.
Who's 1 and 2?
Take a guess.
Japan.
Japan maybe. One,
And
two.
Cuba?
Dominican.
Nope.
That's
Dominican Republic is number 10.
Oh, Jesus.
Thank you.
Is it
your Lord and
Cuba?
Savior.
Is it Cuba?
Cuba
I see.
is
Puerto-
number
Puerto
12.
Rico, Puerto Rico.
Puerto Rico. I was gonna say Puerto Rico.
Puerto Rico stands at number 7.
It's probably some dumb shit like
Trying to think
Canada.
where Acuna is from.
Careful.
It's Canadians with their beady eyes and their flapping heads.
Did you
Well,
say
we're-
Japan?
I
Yeah,
did
we
say
was-
Japan, number 1. Yep.
Yeah.
They also have the most World Baseball Classics with titles with 3.
Who
Remember
does?
that?
Japan.
Japan.
World
Also, they've only
champs.
been playing. They've only been playing it since 2005. I did not know that.
Yeah, that's crazy. Caracas? Are they up there?
What is TP? Chinese Taipei, I assume, or some shit like that, right?
What? Who?
TPE,
Careful.
that's who it is.
Careful.
Oh.
Careful.
Easy.
Is that who that is?
I don't know.
I have no idea, bro. Dustin, good call though. That's
Taiwan.
actually a good conversation.
Taiwan, number
Taiwan,
2.
huh?
Wow.
Yep. Korea,
Fuck.
number 4.
No, it's
Mexico,
Chinese.
number 5.
Chinese Taipei. Chinese Taipei.
Oh, okay.
Going back
There
to the
you
flag
go.
football thing just for a minute. The rules in flag football are way different though. Like there's some crazy rules that like I get that like having NFL players in there would be cool and like they are the better athletes clearly. They're in the NFL. But like bring them up to speed sometimes on like even like the intricacies of like some of the rules of flag football. Like there's
Give me one that stands out right away. That like comes to mind that you would think like this would cause them some issues.
Well, so like I don't know if it's the same way in that like I played in a flag football league, and I don't know if it's the same rules, but I know the first game we played in, the other team threw like multiple forward passes, and you can throw like as many forward passes as you want as long as you're behind the line of scrimmage.
Whoa.
I'm just trying to visualize that. Like, so they just take a massive shotgun, run backwards, and then just toss it, and wait for a gap.
They toss it, they toss it like a foot behind the line of scrimmage, and like we all ran up to get the flag because it was a forward pass.
Yeah,
it was
you're
behind
going to go for the
scrimmage.
guy.
So we all run up to get his flag, and all of a sudden he just bombs it over top, and we're like, "Whoa, what?"
It's not like super crazy different. I mean, obviously there's less players. There's only certain players that can blitz, and I can't remember if they have to be called out or each play, or if it's like only 2 players every time. But they have to start like a certain distance behind the line of scrimmage to blitz. They get 4 downs to get past midfield rather than just 10 yards. There's no kicking.
Have you seen the quarterback? Because that was like a big. I didn't mean to interrupt you, but like it's not even necessarily the rules, but like, have you seen like how he plays? He actually like when he runs with the ball, it's not like he's outrunning most people. Like he is fast, but it's not like he's outrunning or like juking, like traditionally juking most people. He gets really low to the ground so that it's really hard to pull his flag. He's literally just like bobbing on the ground almost, like so it's hard to pull his flag.
Because you can't guard your flag either. That's against the rules. Yeah, it's a fun sport. Fun fact: the Jaguars sponsored team was the first inaugural champions. This was that last week, Chris?
Yeah, last week.
Did you see that kid make that catch? That that one-handed catch and
over the
that's
like
crazy.
2-year-old,
that like 14-year-old.
Yeah, that was.
I think he's
the 7'9", 14-year-old over the 4'3", 7-year-old. Yeah,
it was filthy.
Yeah,
still a good catch. Still a good catch.
Yes. Mm-hmm. That's like that in the Little League World Series that that 27-year-old that was they were trying to say was 13.
Yeah.
Is that where the movie Benchwarmers got it from?
Oh, where the guy's just like, I am 12, and just hands like the picture with like a $10 bill.
35 years old. Yeah.
He's got documentation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
probably it.
When did that happen? Like, can you give me was it in like late 90s, early 2000s? Where
I'll tell you next week.
Oh, okay.
Gotta wait.
Speaking of that, boom.
Oh fuck, Jason.
There we go. Sorry, it's kind of close, a little bit. Preseason starts Thursday. Who's the first game? Who's starting? Isn't that called the Classic or no?
The Hall of Fame game.
Hall of Fame game.
Yeah. Who is it?
Best of the world. That's who's playing. No, it's Chargers Lions.
I'm fucking stoked.
Let's hope that they don't burn the field this time or whatever the fuck happened last time.
Oh yeah, was that game last year? Yeah, they set up some pyrotechnics or whatever and
it burnt the field.
Fire. Yeah, I think they had to cancel the game.
Yeah, they canceled the whole fucking game.
Shit, I forgot all about
that. Was that at halftime or like before the game?
I think it was pregame. They fucking didn't they have it on Hard Knocks or some shit? Or, I don't even remember how I remember that.
Yeah, preseason is such a wet fart. Like you get so pumped. Everyone's like, "Oh, this is the last week without NFL football," and then the preseason starts, and you try to talk yourself into it, and it's the worst fucking product of all time.
It
sucks out loud. I hate preseason.
Just means
so
we're getting
much.
closer to football. That's all.
And it means nothing to the actual like.
No.
If your team does great in preseason, it's not like you're like, "Fuck yeah, we went 3-0 in preseason. We're gonna be world champions."
It just means it's getting closer. Is all.
Yeah,
I know a few of us like Hard Knocks. I don't know where you stand on that, but
why do you say it like that? Hard Knocks.
I don't know.
Careful.
I'm sorry.
Easy.
He's the one supposed to be poking the bear tonight, not you.
That's fair. My bad.
What I'm saying is I actually noticed my wife when we start watching the hard knocks, whatever it is, she gets into it, and then when the preseason comes on, she's actually like rooting for players. So I'm asking, like, if they had that kind of caliber, she doesn't really get into it. But I'm saying, I'm
watches preseason football and gets into it. What the?
No. She doesn't get into it. I'm saying she gets into hard knocks, and then when I do watch preseason, she does find herself somewhat fucking into it.
You heard it, right?
I did hear it. Yeah.
I don't care, bro. What I'm trying to ask is, like, what if every team had that kind of caliber show for them? Would that get you into yours?
A lot of them do. Like a lot of teams are producing a lot, especially in the last like 5 years or so. A lot of teams are producing like extended format content. The Jaguars, I mean, like the Jaguars have a fantastic video production thing. They put out like 45-minute episodes of something called The Hunt, and they've been doing it since OTAs. And I know they're not the only team to do that. I think the Packers are doing something similar, or have been doing.
FSU has one, and
or whatever.
They're decent, they're fine, but
ours is like inside training.
I've told Kev before that the caliber of production at Hard Knocks, the sound editing, amazing. The visuals, the cuts, like everything's great. So I've seen snippets from social media where they pull from those shows, and I'm like, they're fine, they're decent, but like what draws me in is just the overall documentary of that quality of Hard Knocks. So maybe I'll give it a shot, give the Jags ones, but I have not seen even The Climb. Like, I like it, it's good, but it's nowhere near HBO's. From the voiceover to the sound design, I fucking love it.
There's sorry, Kevin, go ahead.
I said no, that's good.
Oh,
glad.
Okay. What were you saying, Mayor?
HBO's got a little bit more of a storytelling element that they look for those stories, and maybe there's not much there, but they find what they can. And I feel like I'm just shilling for the Jags, but they do a pretty good job at finding that as well. They'll focus on some players, and the older I get, the more I like that kind of thing, the human element of the players.
Oh, me too.
I used to just hate guys with that. JJ Watt, Kevin, that was my classic. I've really
dude, you hated you still hate him, by the way.
I don't, but also I think he's gotten older, and I think he's less corny.
So what was it about JJ Watt? Like, when I say this to everybody, when I say this to you guys, like, if I used to love him because I loved the behind the scenes, how fucking intense he was, and every time that you bitched about him or complained about him, how corny he was, I thought you were rooting against him, hoping that he was just like this fake ass person. And the more and more that I learned, I really don't think that was him. That was a real him. And I was waiting for that, like, backstory of, dude, he's a fucking piece of shit person, he doesn't tip, or you know what I mean, like something weird come out. But I never saw that about JJ Watt, and I never understood your hatred. Is it just because he's a rival? Have you grown to like, okay, I was kind of wrong there, or do you still have that hatred towards him?
No, I just thought it was overly produced. I thought his image was overly he spent too much time trying to make himself look like the guy that shows he's the first in the building and he's flipping tires in the off season.
Maybe that's just the way he is, though.
He's just overly produced. Okay.
No, maybe he is like actually that person,
which is cool.
And like they're like, holy shit, this guy's here first every day. We should probably like film this because this is a big part of why he's the best player on their team.
Well, he's filming it. And he's putting it on his own branding. He was. It was going on his Instagram, and it was all of his videos.
We're talking about Hard Knocks here. What are we talking about?
No,
we're talking about everything.
Saying he was doing it on his though.
Jason asked why I did not like JJ Watt when he was playing. That's why, because a lot of what he was doing, you have to be unhealthily obsessed with football to play in the NFL. Like, those guys are probably the most annoying people to be around because that's all they fucking talk about is football 24/7. They love it. And I have no doubt that he had been obsessed with it and still is. My beef with him was that I don't need to have it, like, everyone's obsessed, so I don't need to see you putting all these videos out of you flipping a fucking tire. Like, that's, I don't know. It was too.
You kind of see where that's the Kels
flipping a tire.
Oh, I'd be more than happy to send them to you.
Yeah, that's all right.
Mayor, do you feel like the Kelseys were leading towards that too as well? Like in the last 2 years, like do you feel like they were becoming that new?
Self-promoted like that?
there's well, maybe there's not. I don't know. You guys, this feels like a therapy session at this point, but I'm okay with. I don't. It's not me. I don't agree with. I wouldn't do it, but I don't have a problem with players taking their stature and using that to brand themselves and set themselves up for after the game.
Well, no.
What Kelsey is doing. That's what.
Well,
Travis
he
Kelce
was,
is doing.
but then. But and people have said that there was a moment where they're like, "Oh shit, is this too much Kelsey?" And some of that wasn't him doing it. It was just he would be at a game, and then everyone was like, "Oh shit, Jason Kelsey's at the game," and they just put cameras on him. It wasn't him asking for it. He was just like he would get drunk, and everyone's like, "Oh, he's partying. He's the nicest guy in the
having a
world."
great time,
It was
yeah.
starting to get to the point where they were marketing him, and he was like, "Dude, like." You could tell that he wasn't getting annoyed, but like I don't think he was asking for a lot of it. Versus JJ Watt, I think.
Yes.
Might have not been asking for it,
Yes.
but I think that's what you're trying to say is there's a difference there.
Another great example parallel to that, Jameis Winston. Jameis Winston at the Super Bowl was getting so much coverage because he is legitimately funny, but it wasn't like him pushing the content out. It was other people seeking him out.
Yeah.
Whereas I thought it was JJ Watt pushing himself out, which is just annoying to me. I don't know. But also I've softened a lot on it. I don't hate him. He's a legitimate he's an excellent defensive player, probably top 5 at his position ever. He didn't win shit, so fuck him.
It would be different if he was wearing a different jersey. I'm just saying.
I don't think so because I don't like.
If it was a Jacksonville Jaguar and he was doing the same shit, it would be different.
No, because Tim Tebow was a Jacksonville Jaguar for a
he was
very
also
short
a
amount of
Gator,
time.
and also he was not good.
Yeah,
Well,
exactly.
my two favorite
very
NFL
short
players of all
stint
time
as
were
well.
Gators, Fred Taylor and Emmett Smith.
Yeah, but Tim Tebow wasn't good in the NFL.
No, he wasn't. But he
won that one playoff game.
Oh
Not
yeah,
for the
he's
Jags.
a winner.
Not
He's
for
a
the
winner,
Jags.
Bro. He's a winner. He's a winner. No, I mean that. I don't like the. I don't necessarily like it. You know, I don't like the self promotion to the level that he took it at that point. But also, I'm much older now. I've softened a little bit. I don't care as much. So you know that was legitimately like 6-7 years ago now.
No, it was. I just remember, like, I remember posting one thing about him, and I was like, "That's fucking ridiculous." And then you were like, like you said something along the lines of, "He's a fucking tool bag" or something like that, and that stirred the whole pot of like, this man does not fucking like this guy like at all. So that's why I brought it up. I wanted to know if you changed.
He's a Wisconsin guy, so Kevin took up for him, and you know, just
Apparently, I'm a Wisconsin guy.
There you have it.
yeah.
You got Jefferson's
Who knew that I
injured,
liked
and
Wisconsin. Who knew?
Jefferson's already injured. I don't know what that means. And then rough start for some QBs. So, Chris, you're going to tackle rough start for some QBs. And, Chase, you're going to tackle Jefferson already injured because you're a Viking.
Jefferson was injured.
You're gonna tackle.
Spoiler.
You're gonna tackle.
There you go.
Favorite team.
I think that's probably.
Damn, that's your
Wisconsin
favorite. That's your second favorite team.
I don't have a second favorite
You don't
team.
know?
I have a first favorite team.
And
What happened to Jefferson? I don't know anything about them.
I don't
What
know
happened?
either.
He hurt his foot, right?
Hamstring. I think it was the hamstring. I thought. It was
He's
hamstring.
donezo then.
They said it was just mild. They said it was
And
just a
that's
mild
a nagging
injury.
injury. That's a nagging injury.
Right next to
Mild
turf
injury.
toe.
Yeah,
it's
ask Christian
hamstring.
Watson.
hamstring.
And so I'm assuming rough start for QBs was the first throw for Aaron Rodgers and threw a pick.
Yep, first one, and then the Giants. It was the Jackson Dart did the same thing, and I love the caption was like Giants
Yeah,
football is so back, so back. First play pick six, like you're so back, Giants. Football.
I fucking hate the preseason so much. God damn, I hate it.
Just fuels his fire. I fucking hate it.
I wish there wasn't. I don't know. I almost wish there wasn't like video
Cameras and
of-
stuff
Yes.
there.
Yes.
Yeah, I don't mind if you tell me what happened in practice, like reporters being like, "Hey, so and so did this." I'm like, okay, cool. I don't want to see videos and shit of every NFL team, like the guy going fucking 2 for 30, passing today. I don't like. You're keeping track of fucking shit that nobody knows.
A lot of
what
it's
the fuck the
situational.
situation is.
Yeah.
They're
Nobody
trying
knows.
new stuff out for the first
Yeah,
time. It's
exactly.
practice. It's literal practice. We're talking
Well, how do you feel?
practice.
How do you feel about their conditioning? Remember, was it Eddie Lacy? They'd find the worst images of him, and they're like, look how fucking fat he is. He's a fat piece of shit. And then the next year, he just goes off with 2,000 yard rushing or something like that. But like,
like,
dude,
say it
I
again.
do agree. The videos will always be based around the narrative they're trying to push. So if Eddie Lacy has a bad start, they'll find him bending over in a weird, awkward position. Like, look how fat this fucker is, and then like just call that out for like 2 weeks. So I'm sure they're like, I mean, I don't know.
I will say the one exception to this, and again, sorry to take it back to the Jaguars. I'm legitimately fascinated with the Travis Hunter situation because they only have so much practice that they can put these guys through, and they have plans to play this guy 2 ways. So like he'll play offense 2 practices, and then he'll play defense for 3, and then he'll go back. They're gonna have a scrimmage. Just the load management, I guess, of we've never seen it. So it is legitimately fascinating, and it's cool that it's here. Like it's
just
in my
get
backyard.
Get that man acclimated. I'm worried. Like, I know he's a Southern boy at heart, but living in Colorado for as long as he has and then going into the fucking Jag Stadium. I mean, we've all been there in the middle of a game down in that field.
He's from Florida.
I know he is.
He's from Florida.
I literally have been gone for 3 years and it hit 90 degrees and I'm fucking dying. So you lose that real fucking fast, bro. So I'm just saying, like, I'm not saying he can't do it. I just don't think it's gonna be just as simple as him going from college to NFL. I think there's obviously that challenge of going into the next level, but I also think heat is going to play a big part of him playing 2 ways.
I'd be more concerned about the wear and tear on his body, dude. He's just not. He's not. I know he didn't necessarily get injured that often. His first year he got injured a little bit, but beyond that, he seemed to hold up pretty well. But he's not he's very lanky. He's not like the most built person. Like, I mean, tackling people and then getting tackled by these big people, like, a bunch of times because he's playing both ways. I'm a little concerned about how well his body's going to hold.
He's not going to start both ways. Yeah.
I understand, but he's going to be playing a lot more, and it's going to be more wear and tear on his body than the average NFL.
I don't think he's going to be playing more than he did in college. I don't think that's true.
I didn't say that. I never said that.
What do you mean more than? What do you mean?
I'm saying more than the average NFL player does. More than the average NFL DB or wide receiver does. I think it's more
a very protected position. Those guys are not like fucking bulldozing over. They're not in the trenches, you know.
You think he's going to Dion?
He is literally a clone of him. Yeah,
I know. I'm saying in terms of tackling, you think he's going to Dion and kind of like
I don't know. I don't know his tackling.
Yeah, he's going to hit. He's not just going
to. Skill wise, I don't know, but like he's not going to avoid the hit. Like he's okay. If you look at the snap counts afterwards, you know, you'll have your starting defensive backs, your 2 safeties and 2 corners that'll play like 70 snaps a game, and they'll play 100% of them. So if he plays 70 snaps on offense and defense, that's really not much. That's average. And maybe he plays 80. But they're not going to – the Jaguars are running a lot of 2 tight end sets now. That's their scheme. So they're not necessarily going to be running 3 wide receiver sets all the time. And they're pretty fucking deep at receiver. So I don't think –
wouldn't you assume when he's playing wide receiver, you're going to want to get him the – he's so dynamic as a wide receiver to me. Like, I think – I've said this from the start. I think he's better as a wide receiver than cornerback. Personally, that's just my personal opinion. I think he's just –
the Jaguars agree with you.
Yeah, I just think he's so dynamic as a wide receiver that, like, when he's on offense, like – I would imagine he's going to get the ball more often, like on a per play basis, than a lot of the other wide receivers. Because why would he not?
Yes, well, because the other guy across from him is likely a better receiver. Brian Thomas.
BTJ.
Brian Thomas is great for sure.
He's disgusting. That'll be the interesting part of it. And I don't know. I'm as I am every year. I've been texting you guys in that little group chat. I've got the itch, man. I've got the fucking itch for actual football, and preseason doesn't do it for me.
Yeah, you have 2 months.
And I really despise that the Jaguars charge me for the preseason tickets when I don't really want to go. It's just an awful product. And
come watch this. No, I don't want it. No, I don't want to.
I'd rather not. You can't sell
no, thank you.
No one else wants to go. It's fucking rip off.
It's a good party.
Yep.
Last one. We're running low on time. ESPN might acquire. I want to know more about this one. I'm sorry that we had good conversations.
We had the same conversation we had last episode.
I'm sorry that it's good content and you don't fucking like it. My bad, bro.
No, you just wanted to make sure that you tried to get your point across again.
You tried. You tried.
Do you think
this motherfucker is the one that brought up TikTok? I did not. I didn't bring it up at all. You went, it blew up on TikTok, and then you started talking about it. Go back to the fucking beginning of the conversation. Rewind it. Rewind that shit. Roll it back.
Run it back. Run that clip back.
And don't complain because we actually have really good conversations and they go a long period of time versus us going through a fucking episode that some of us we don't want to talk about. If we want to talk about a certain subject longer, let that shit fucking ride, you little piece of shit. What's up, Mayor? Talk up. At least you give fucking good shit to talk about.
Thank you for just giving shit to talk about. And his name's Andy, by the way.
It's the mayor. What does it say next to his fucking name, bro? What does it say?
The mayor.
What does it say?
It may be the first time you've ever met this guy. I don't know, but
it's the mayor. He wants the world to know he's the mayor. If he wanted the world to know he's Andy, he put Andy there. It's the mayor.
You call me whatever, guys. Just don't call me late for dinner. Don't you
fucking PC this shit, mayor, you motherfucker. Pick a side, stick with it. What were you asking anyway?
I was gonna say, do you think you won that argument?
No, I don't think I won any argument. I just need to. I actually personally want someone. I want someone to actually come with a really good argument to make me believe that it's a World Series. I don't think Kevin has that. I think there is an argument out there, and that's it. That's all I'm saying.
You want them to believe it's a World Series? What?
No, I want someone who truly believes the World Series to come back with actual factual or some kind of evidence or debate outside of fucking.
You know what you want because you said it twice the same thing.
He's saying he wants an answer to why they're the world champions.
Why don't you let the man tell you?
I understand.
Thank you, Chase.
I understand
Chase,
what you're saying.
Chase gets it 100%. But so I feel like out of all of us, either Chase or the mayor know the details of this acquiring of the NFL Network and Red Zone. Anybody know the details of this?
I don't know why you keep on. I don't know why.
Come on,
Chase. I'm not allowed to talk about it.
Come on, Chase.
I don't want to hear Big Bird fucking talk.
Andy, why don't you just take over the episode? I mean,
please. If Big Bird could just shut the fuck up for a minute, it'd be nice.
Chat, if you like this, go ahead and smash that subscribe button.
That's terrible. Don't ever say that again.
Oh, sorry to be so cringy, Kevin. My bad. Right now, the NFL Network is its own channel. The NFL runs it with their own management. ESPN is in talks to take over all of NFL programming. I believe part of the deal, I don't know if it's been agreed to, but I think part of the deal is that the NFL would get 10% stake in ESPN, which would be pretty
huge.
Big. That would be
just ESPN, not sister stations, right? Just ESPN.
Just ESPN.
I think,
the ESPN umbrella, which would include ESPN2, ESPN Ocho,
but not like ABC, and then you dig into Disney and shit like that.
That would include ABC. Yeah, that's.
That's fucking huge.
Mm-hmm.
But not Disney. I would not Disney the company. Maybe the Disney Channel, but even then, I would guess not.
Well, Disney owns ABC.
I get what you're saying, but I would assume that they would only get a stake in like the TV aspect of Disney, not the entire company.
And why would that not be a monopoly in like sports broadcasting if they acquired NFL?
Well, why is the NFL not a monopoly?
What do you mean?
The NFL's not. The federal government's not suing. Sorry, no politics, but the government's not suing the NFL for antitrust because there's competition. Technically, they're just superior to it. So.
Yeah, this is a little bit different because I'm talking about more on the broadcasting rights. Like I don't know how monopolies and broadcasting rights work, but for me it feels like if ESPN takes over the NFL, wouldn't they have almost a monopoly over broadcasting rights?
I don't think that ESPN is getting full access to the NFL. I believe they're getting access to broadcast what would traditionally be broadcast on the NFL network.
So like
gotcha.
The London games and like Thursday night and that kind of stuff.
Thursday. Okay. That's a little bit different. Okay.
Good Morning Football and all of that stuff. And, I don't know what it will look like after the fact, but the interesting thing is the NFL possibly having stake in ESPN, the ESPN brand. And clearly that'd be beneficial to them business wise, but what does that mean for editorial content? Because you would want ESPN to cover the NFL objectively, and if the NFL did something unsavory, which they would never do, the NFL is above board all the time and just a perfect order.
So are you hinting at kind of similar situation with the SEC and the ESPN?
I think that's
what you're kind of hinting at?
Going towards
a little bit, but not quite, because the SEC didn't have its own TV production company, whereas the NFL
But
does.
no. But I'm saying though, if they acquired that kind of relationship, a similar relationship, like that's the whole like conspiracy theory of everyone that complains on the ACC level is like, oh, ESPN sucks SEC's dick because of they have the network and all that kind of shit. You know what I mean?
Well, they have the ACC network, and they have the Big Ten network, and they have, or excuse me, the Big 12 network, and Texas has their own, right? And
Yeah, the
Is Big
Longhorn,
12
they got
under
their own.
ESPN? I didn't know that.
I believe so. I don't know that for a fact. I don't know. Like all those leagues are licensing out their rights, and I guess it's not unlike what you're talking about, but like it's a little different, just because it's not full access to the NFL license. They'll still have games that'll air on CBS and Fox and NBC, and ESPN will, or Disney will still have the rights to Monday Night Football. But you know, it's not through yet. They're still in talks. It's likely going to happen though.
Yeah. Negotiations are ongoing.
Right on.
Thank you, Chris.
Got it, bro.
Last one.
I say you just want to save Florida State. It's not pressing. Okay.
No.
Let's go.
I'm not talking about fucking FSU hoops. I'm gonna be honest with you on that one.
Cut it. Cut it.
But we
Cut
got
it.
Yeah, I know, Kev.
recruit.
No,
Kevin,
cut it.
Kev's so upset right now that we're talking about FSU hoops.
Fuck it.
Even though he,
Fuck it.
I actually do want to ask Kev. When have you seen a presser yet from Norvell? Don't answer about if you have or have not, or like the details about that presser, but just ask: have you seen a recent press conference with Norvell? Yes or no?
Yes or no? Yes.
Yes.
No, I have not.
Okay, damn it. I was hoping you have because
Why?
he did the ACC one. Because if you Google right now, actually pull that up and we can talk a little bit about it, and we're going to play that right now before we end it. Look, Google Norvell ACC conference presser, like 2025
ACC
or something.
kickoff or whatever.
ACC kickoff, yeah. And then pull that up.
Media day.
Yeah, media day, I think it was, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Do you,
'Cause
do you
I
like when
want-
he treats you like his assistant, Kevin?
Do I like? I mean, you know, all I do is get pushed around and tell me my opinions are fucking stupid. He doesn't.
No, I said your
understand.
opinions have 1,000 holes in them.
You
1,000
don't
holes
fucking
in them.
understand what the fuck's going on. I don't know how anybody would ever think something so fucking dumb like that. And then, hey, do you mind pulling this up for me?
Pull that clip. Pull that clip.
It's a hot and cold relationship,
It's
bro.
a
Fucking just
20-minute
do it.
video. What are we doing here? Like, what do you want
You
me to
can't
do?
find a
Watch them.
teaser? You can't find a fucking, like,
I
good
can watch
teaser?
the whole video.
Pull up the whole fucking interview. Next time, tell me to pull up a teaser or something. Tell me until we do it.
And it's common fucking sense, bro. Get ready, you fucking
just
tomato.
get a teaser. Just get a teaser real
What
quick.
do you want?
By the way, while he pulls the teaser up, Mayor, do you get hyped when coaches
Andy,
like
for
act like
Christ's
Norvell? Like, you know, like pump them up and have these speeches and stuff like that? Like, does that do anything for you as a fan?
No.
Not coming off 2-10.
Yeah, it's hard to, you know.
Coach speak in general just doesn't do anything for me. I like the press conferences after there might be some questions that you want answers to, but you very rarely get them. And you know, just you hearing all that bullshit. The current GM of the Jaguars is pretty bad about that. Like saying a lot without saying anything. I don't care. Like I guess if you
I
want
don't
content,
give a shit.
yeah, you see what's on the field and. You know,
See, with Norvell, it's not like I feel like he says stuff and what he says makes sense, and like it's you can quantify the things that he says. The problem I think what Kevin and I both say is that later on you see it and then he repeats himself over and over again, and then what's on the field never changes. At least for last year, and I think that's what
year,
drives
100%.
Kevin and I.
Last
Yeah.
year, 100%, because he kept talking about, like, we're starting to get it together. Like,
getting it together.
We're really coming together, and then we go and fucking lose by 21 points. to a
We're
fucking
1-6.
trash team.
It's starting to click. 1-6.
great
We're gonna
talker.
find it.
He's a great talker. Here's Norvell.
And this football team has done it. Whatever we put in front of them, right? Whether it was academically coming off our spring semester, we had the best team GPA ever in program history, right? They answered the call when it came to what we wanted them to do academically. When it was whether it was in the weight room or tour of duty, we challenged them at new levels. Right, that it was probably some of the hardest workouts that we've ever had, right? And to see those guys embrace that with literally with a smile on their face, knowing there was an opportunity to compete to go get better.
Take
Was
a
that a
breath.
reference to last year?
Take a breath, my man. Number one, that man was not going to get a breath in until he finished that.
Was he referring to last year?
No, the spring, like this.
Oh,
Yeah,
this
the spring
okay.
workouts. Yeah.
Yeah, that was like the ACC, the opening season stuff
Kickoff
that
or
they all
whatever.
do.
Personally, I like that fire
What do
from
you
a
like
coach.
about
hold,
that?
hold
This
on,
is
hold on. Let
like
me
shit we've heard fucking for
let
10
me
years, man.
finish. I
let him
like
say it.
that in 2023 and 2022 and in 2025. That just comes off as utter bullshit to me. So I'm sorry. Like until you prove, because it's like y'all have said, he said that every week last year. Every week I heard something.
It's starting to click.
It started to get more desperate as the season. Like you could hear he's like desperate for the team to be better at points. But like, I'm sorry, coming off 2-10, there's literally nothing he could say where I would be hyped.
We're just gonna keep climbing. Keep climbing.
So we come out, we play Alabama. We're probably gonna lose that game. How much of a loss?
Jason, wow.
That's fine. I don't give a fuck.
Why do you think they're gonna lose that game? Why do you think they're gonna lose that
the
game?
large assumption is you're going to lose, but at least look competitive. If
what is? Lose. I'll answer your question first, Mayor. Or after this one though is what what I'm trying to get at is what would be a competitive loss? Like by how many points, or would it be have to just see it on the field? Like what are you?
I don't think it's necessarily points because I mean you could be down 21 all game and you get some garbage touchdowns and you lose by 10 and it's not competitive. At the same point, it could be, 17-17 with 5 minutes left in the game and they score a touchdown. We have to go for it on fourth and throw a pick six. And so technically we lose by 14, but that game's actually a much better gauge of us being a good team than losing by 10. I don't think it's a points thing.
It's half-point underdog.
What is it?
That's 13.5, you said?
13.
I think that's probably a little too high.
And where is it? Where is it played? Orlando?
It's in Tallahassee.
Oh my god, that's terrible.
Yeah,
Is it? It's actually.
It's
in Tally.
No, it's in Tallahassee.
Oh yeah,
There it is.
That's wild. The reason why I don't trust our quarterback, honestly, and I do like our offense.
Why don't you trust him?
What do you not like about?
I just don't like what he's put on the field. Like I'm Boston College. I don't think he has the greatest. The greatest what's the word? Not box score, but his history, his
Stats.
Like I don't think they're that great. What I do like though, here's what I do like. I do like the coaches they put in play. I like that they're taking Norvell's play calling a little away. What I'm worried about is they just don't have enough time on the field to put it together in the first couple weeks. So I feel like we're gonna look a little shitty for a couple weeks. That's my problem with Norvell's whole entire philosophy is live and die by free agency. But we're not building a team from within, and that's why I think we had so much success in 2023, is people were like, oh, no, that was still built off the free agency. I was like, yeah, a couple people, but like your fucking locker room heroes like Verse and all of them and our quarterback, they were in that system for a few years, so you had leaders. Last year, there was nobody on that team really that was a fucking leader. This year, there doesn't really feel like I don't know the team that well. Hopefully, Chase and Chris, you can speak up and tell me.
I think Tommy's trying to be that leader. I think he's trying to take
he's definitely stepped up.
All accounts are that he's trying to be a leader in the locker room.
And I get that, but my issue behind that, so that's one part, and then the part two that I'm having an issue with is that he hasn't been in that system for that long. So sure, you have the drive, but the experience of the team in general. He has,
though, because he was actually recruited by Gus Malzahn to UCF before he transferred to Boston College, and they ran a similar system. So, like, I get what you're saying. I do. But I do think Gus specifically targeted him out of high school because he thought he fit his system. And I was at that Boston College FSU game in 2023, and that was one of the best defenses in the country that year. Maybe, in my opinion, the best defense by the end of the year in the country. Yeah. And we could not stop him.
Yeah.
No. I get it. I just got to see it on the field. I just don't think we have enough.
I do too.
And that's my issue with Norvell is I want us to have a good year to keep him because I think he's a good coach.
You got to win 8 games.
I just want us to build a system that's repeatable the following year after the following year, rather than live and die by this quarterback who's your quarterback this year? That's fucking. We're FSU,
I know, but that's
man.
Unfortunately, that's a
the
lot
new
of
way
teams.
of college football.
Yeah,
that's
unfortunately, it's not just FSU that does that. It is. I agree with you, man. But like, I've listened to multiple podcasts where they talk about if you look at all the teams that made the playoff last year, I want to say out of the 12? Out of the 12, it was like 8 of them had transfer quarterbacks as the starter. That's crazy.
That's fine. Who won?
A transfer quarterback, Ohio State,
Did he
Will
really?
Howard.
Yeah. I mean, that's just the new way of
out of
college
Kansas
football.
State, Will Howard. Yep.
Yeah, that's just how it's going to be going forward. Because
that's the NFL too.
Go.
It is literally all about the quarterback. Like that is the most important position. But I will say that Castellanos, if Norville's got a system and college is all about the system, that's a system quarterback, boy. He's not just like Jordan Travis, but he fits that. He's smart enough to move the pocket when he needs to, and that's how they're going to create their space, and they're going to continue to run that zone blocking scheme to run it. So like he fits the system, whereas DJU did not. That was a weird. I feel
Correct.
like they needed someone. They needed someone to fit the hole, and they just didn't really have. Maybe to your point, Jason, they hadn't developed Brock Glenn and who's the other kid? Luke Cromanhawk and the other.
They're
kid
all gone
them.
now, aren't they?
No, Brocklin's still there.
No, Cromanhawk's gone.
Brocklin's
Yeah.
still there.
Cromanhawk's
left.
gone, and apparently
There's
has not been tearing it up at. I think he went to like Mississippi State. And
I don't remember
all
where he
reports
went.
are he's not been doing good there.
They've got another kid. They've got a recruit
Who they
that's coming
really
in this
like.
year.
They really like. They've been like just fucking talking all about
Grant,
him.
Jalen King, Gavin Markey, Kevin Sperry.
Kevin
those
Sperry.
guys.
That's the kid that they keep talking up, dude. They keep
Freshman
talking
from
him
Texas.
up.
They're recruiting off of him too, but yeah, I mean, Castellanos is as much of a Norvell system guy as you would probably want. So I don't think he needs to necessarily light the world on fire, but he's good enough to be efficient in that. And what's funny is the same system quarterback that runs that offense is the same goddamn quarterback they struggle against every single year, whether it be him or who was that Samson quarterback that played for the Steelers, the duck call guy.
What you trying to
Oh
say?
my!
Guy.
They almost
duck
lost
call
to
guy?
they almost lost to Samson a couple of years, like a handful of years ago.
Samson is a school.
Samson, Devlin. God, I'm really pulling something out of my ass there. Devlin Cook, maybe.
Who you're talking about?
The little game, just
Anyway.
little gamer quarterbacks that come in and they're just they move and they're fairly accurate. They're not like game breakers, but Florida State struggles against those guys, and he's that player.
Packers.
So
I just want a competent offensive line. Just give me that. That's all I
Yeah,
need.
that would be great. That
Literally
would be
just
excellent.
that. And I'll be like, all right, cool.
Improvement. Look at that.
Yeah.
Look at us go.
I'm just, how many fucking years do we have to like, I just feel like it's been a decade. I feel like that 2013 or 14 team is the last time where I was like, we have a pretty good offense line. I'm just so sick of watching us not be able to run block and our quarterback has 2 seconds to throw. Like, it just feels like it should be so easy. Like so many teams, I feel like get these random dudes off bus and they're just like, hey, go in there and block a guy. And he does it. And I'm like, why can't we fucking do that? Why can't we have a decent offense? That's all I want this year. That's it.
I just want
Chase
reporters
wants
to
to, yeah.
ask really good questions. That's all. That's what I want this year.
I want the good questions to be asked.
Bro, I
The
think you
tough
guys
questions.
forget we lost our shit because like nobody would ask the tough questions, and I understand how a reporter
Yeah.
room works.
I
You
know.
burn that bridge, you're the fucking out of it. But burn the bridge and ask the fucking question. Like, just challenge the fucking guy one time. Like, move. I guarantee you do that, you can build your own identity and your own podcast, and you can leave and you be like, hey, look, I was the guy that challenged Coach. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
That was
like
me.
fucking call him out. Like, ask tough questions in this season if we start tanking again, because that's the shit that I was getting at. Like, they would be fucking fluffer questions. I saw that we did really good at the catch in this, but like we just didn't pull it together. What do you think we need to do? Well, I think we need to like pull the playbook together, and we'll.
When we were losing 31-3, I did think we were going to pull it together, but we didn't quite pull it together.
Some things were clicking at the very end. At just the very end, they were coming together.
Yeah. So
I
I hope
it
I'm
over
dead
to
wrong.
next week.
Just don't go 2-10, please.
Yeah. Do you guys all agree? Like, do any of you guys think we'll beat Alabama?
Do I think?
think we'll
like,
win, no.
I think we could.
We definitely
Like,
could.
would I put
don't.
money on it? No.
No, hell no. But
We went
Dumbest
2-10 last year, bro. We
I
were
get it.
2-10.
I get it.
I
the
know.
entire team and the
Now
entire
you're-
coaching
now we're
staff
gonna go out
is
there
different.
Now we're gonna go out
It's
there
an
and beat
entirely
Alabama.
different team and an
And
entirely
also-
different coaching staff. I have no idea. Literally, like
That's the best
50%,
answer then.
literally like
Just say that.
60% of the team is different, and the entire coaching staff minus like 2 coaches. I have no fucking clue what this team's going to
Nobody
look like
has any
because it's a
fucking-
whole new team.
Yeah, nobody has no idea. So there's your answer.
hey,
like that answer,
we'll
dude.
wait till W's and L's, and you'll know whatever. Then just
Fuck off, Chris.
I said wait, not now. Just wait.
Time yet, Chris.
Wrap it
I
up,
just said
Kev.
that.
No, Andy, wrap it up. I mean, the mayor.
Oh,
No,
okay.
you got to say it like Jason. Mayor.
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 Well, that's it for 7 Minutes in Heaven, guys. Thanks for joining us. Join us again this Thursday when episode 308 comes out. Is it 308? Yeah, 307.
7.
So close.
307.
Still impressive.
It is. Yeah.
Check out cup2cuplife.com, the merch section. Get all of your shirts. The Pride shirts are still going strong. Hinderbeard and Mike's donations are done, but that doesn't mean that the overall contribution is. So take advantage of that, or check out any of the other merch. Christmas is never too far away. Get your Big Nick Energy shirts for the holiday season or any funeral.
You can wear it anywhere, really.
Yeah, anywhere will work.
It's got a lot of utility. You also Cup to Cup on all socials, and I would be remiss if I did not highlight the Twitch channel that Kevin is really getting a lot of traction on. He's live streaming on multiple platforms, not even just Twitch, right? Because I feel like a lot of the people you talk to are actually on TikTok.
That's correct.
If I'm not mistaken. So there's multiple ways to watch Kevin go through the trials and tribulations. What are you playing now? Are you done with Last of Us?
Yeah, we're currently playing Red Dead Redemption Part 2.
Oh, hell yes.
What nights do you try and get on?
We try to get on my days off, so Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. So,
you went live yesterday?
Holy shit, bro.
Ryan Sandberg, I know.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
That sucks.
Yeah.
So Cubs legend Ryan Sandberg just passed away.
Oh.
Ryan, not Ryan.
Ryan. That's pretty tough.
Yeah, that is rough.
He's like one of the best Cup players of all time, if not.
He's pretty young. What happened to him? Oh, he's 65.
Yeah, he's been battling cancer for a bit. But yeah, that's tough.
Fuck cancer, man.
My youngest brother's middle name is Ryan, after Ryan Sandberg. So
that's cool.
My mom was that was her man crush, so she's gonna be pretty heartbroken about that. But I think once cancer kind of takes over, you seen it coming. Anyway, sorry. What were we talking about?
What nights are you broadcasting?
Yeah, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. We try to get on. But
I'm sorry.
That's stuff.
Yeah. So check it out. Very entertaining, very engaging stuff. Kevin's pays attention to everyone except for me. He just try
to avoid you as much as I can.
Yeah, and he's elite at it. Does a very good job. Trying to get him to play some Rocket League on there at some point, but
it'd be nice if we get back doing that again. That's when we all used to click. But then, of course, grumpy fucking Big Bird over here doesn't like it.
I don't think Chris was a huge fan either.
I mean, I played it. It wasn't my favorite.
He
game.
hated it. Yeah, Chris.
Oh, careful! You gotta agree with him, or else
canceled.
He does that thing.
I deleted the game. I don't even have it anymore.
Yeah.
Wow.
No, Chris is a guy that says he wants to play a new game, but we give him a game and he buys it and then he never plays it. It's just Call of Duty, like Call of Duty or Fortnite once in a while.
You know what?
No, I definitely don't have Fortnite anymore. I still have the old NCAA.
Chris is a friend that shows up though, and we need more of those types of friends. And speaking
100.
of showing up, thank you for anyone that showed up in the chat. Saul Dustin, whoever else is participating.
The Kid, Dexter, Big Bear, Notorious Louis G, Tim1280, Empanada. What's up, babe? Michael showed up.
What's up, babe?
There you go. IG, thank you.
Very nice. Thank you for showing up, just like Chris. And thank you for showing up Thursday when episode 307 drops. We'll catch you later. We're out.
Bye.
Bye.